Hey everybody, it is Maddie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Monday, on this September 23rd. And although Bakkt Bitcoin futures have launched, nothing is really happening in the market. Things are kind of flat and there isn't a whole lot to discuss, to be quite frank. So we're going to do something different. Coinbase has been talking about the addition of 17 new, relatively unknown coins. And in this Altcoin Buzz exclusive today, we're going to walk you through all 17 of those projects at an overview level and let you know what they're all about. Let's get started with this piece by Deepika. So to quickly introduce the concept here, of course, Coinbase has come under scrutiny in the past because they've had relatively limited crypto offerings, and I think that is a fair criticism. But they've got 32 million users across 32 countries, and many of those users have been demanding more options, more projects on the exchanges. And on September 19th, according to the Coinbase blog, they are continuing to explore support for new digital assets. Quote, "We are exploring support for assets that have not launched for our customers around the world." This is the list of 17 projects. Coinbase's goal is to offer support for all assets that meet our technical standards and which comply with applicable laws. Over time, we expect our customers around the world will have access through Coinbase platforms to at least 90% of the aggregate market cap of all digital assets in circulation. And this certainly seems to be a step in that direction. Here's our take briefly on the issue at Altcoin Buzz IO in response to that Coinbase blog tweet. Working products, because these are relatively unknown projects. But with all that being said, it did pique our interest, of course, and now all of a sudden, as Deepika writes, yes, we have become the curious cat. So Altcoin Buzz went on an exploration spree to dig out more about these assets, particularly to understand what makes these assets a suitable match for their Coinbase listing. So sit back, relax. At a top overview level, we're about to go over the 17 new projects that Coinbase is considering. We're starting off at number one with Telegram. The ticker, of course, is Gram, GRAM. This seemed to be an obvious choice. Presumably, the project is about to unveil in a short while, by about October or so. Unlike its close competitor Libra, Gram proceeded in complete secrecy. The only details of the project, as far as we know, have come either from its sales pitch or the Telegram open network. It addresses the finance industry, and it was the New York Times that laid its hands on the Telegram sales pitch. And the pitch says that Gram is the new digital money similar to Bitcoin. The intention is that once the coin releases, Telegram will have no control over how these coins move and where they go. Regulators are concerned, but just like the Telegram app, the digital currency also seems to disregard such opinions. The Gram project was taken more seriously starting in 2018. This is because they raised $1.7 billion in a private coin offering. And project leaders and executives have promised investors Gram delivery by the 31st of October, or have indicated that the raised funds actually will be returned. Next up, we have Polkadot. Ticker is .dot. It's the first project launched by Web3 Foundations, intends to establish a decentralized, trustless web. As a project with a purpose, it will facilitate the internet for decentralized apps, institutions, and services. Specifically, it caters to the users who wish to control their information and their transactions. The industry with which Polkadot deals is the web decentralization and blockchain interoperability industry. They intend to basically be the decentralized web preparatory ground, since the project promises to free the society from the shackles of large institutions that control the World Wide Web. The reason for its existence is the trust violations users face by internet giants. Next up, we have Filecoin, whose ticker is FIL, F-I-L. Since its announcement, the project gained a lot of community interest, and that's because it addresses the underutilized storage infrastructure across the globe and acts as an incentivization layer for the IPFS project that targets to replace HTTP. Industry, as you can imagine, revolves around the data storage sector. So the intention of Filecoin is very interesting. A Filecoin miner gets paid for fulfilling the data storage or retrieval requests. As a decentralized exchange for data storage, it will process the data storage asks and bids. That done, the network will validate client and miner actions, and it is the nodes that will keep a tab on available storage, fix the data faults, and verify the storage proofs. The project actually raised raised $200 million back in 2017 and has since lost some momentum, no doubt about that, but it still has some promising days ahead of it in the future. Next up, we have dFinity. Ticker there is DFN, another decentralized project that promises to be a synergistic component of the new cyberspace. The industry that it's focusing on is decentralized cloud technology. Essentially, they're aiming to extend the internet. The project will be a serverless cloud and will host software, services, and data in a trustless manner. dFinity is a nonprofit foundation and managed to raise over $190 million in the last 2 years alone. And it's going to need that funding because the project aims to replace the centralized internet giants and systems that are maintained by the likes of Google and Amazon. Avalanche is next on this list. It's led by an esteemed critical crypto thinker, Professor Emin Gun Sirer. The project targets to be blockchain 3.0, and that promises to phenomenally improved payment processing, dApps tokenization, governance, and user experience. Avalanche's ticker is AVA, A-V-A, and it's focusing on improving blockchain for business as far as its target industry. So Professor Emin likes to call it a, quote, Lego set for digital assets. You guys remember Lego blocks as children, I hope, and that is what makes AVA platform special. As a platform of platforms, it targets to support the issuance of all kinds of digital assets supported by a variety of nodes. CLO is next, C-E-L-O, specifically a mobile-first solution for blockchain users, and is considered a direct competitor to Libra coin. The ticker is CLO, C-E-L-O, and they're focusing on the decentralized finance industry. Right from its inception, the project intends to simplify the value exchange of crypto, as simple as texting. But on top of that, it believes in accelerated adoption, and in order for that to happen, the industry must have stable value assets, and that's what the project is after right now. The project development team unveiled its software development kit in September of this year, earlier in the month, and very soon the network may go live any day now. Next up, we have Chia. The Chia network is a less energy-intensive alternative to Bitcoin. This is because it utilizes proof of space and proof of time rather than proof of work. The ticker for Chia is Chia, C-H-I-A, and they're in the blockchain industry. So their intention as a green initiative, the project aims to prevent wasting massive amounts of power to secure a blockchain. However, it also is attempting to lessen the centralization in proof of work. The Chia token will be farmed with unused storage space like hard drives. Next on the list is Coda, which is a revolutionary cryptocurrency protocol that aims to build a constant-sized blockchain. And the aim is to scale up the performance for millions of users at a phenomenal throughput. The ticker, at this point, we're not sure. It's TBA, TB announced at the moment. The ticker is not TBA, but we're waiting on a finalized ticker from Coda. They're in the blockchain industry. It is a project that targets to compress the blockchain so that even a smartphone user can validate the ledger state. That's an ambitious goal. Promising to bring in software transparency into the crypto space, it intends to create a lightweight blockchain using ZK snarks. Coda blockchain copy utilizes only 22 kilobytes of storage, and that is going to remain constant according to the developers. We are now looking at Handshake, and the idea behind the project is seemingly even too complex to discuss, but as its founders state, the project attempts to recreate the web, the World Wide Web, that is, but its approach is different than the rest. It plans to replace digital entities that authenticate web payments currently. The ticker for Handshake is HNS, and they are in the internet industry, of course. So, led by the ones who gave internet its current shape, the project will not exactly use DNS protocol, but it will revamp things at the root level. It is expected to replace the root zone file and the root servers, and that too with a public commons. As the root zone will be replaced by the Handshake protocol, the root zone becomes permissionless and decentralized. The project in August of 2018 raised $10.8 million and has more recently been valued at $136 million. Kadena is another project that is just about to launch next month in October. The Brooklyn-based startup developed a lightning-fast network chain web by heavily parallelizing the blockchain. And by doing that, it's offering its users high transaction volumes without any impact on network speed and network cost. Its ticker is also to be announced, but it's focusing on the blockchain for business industry. Chainweb's goal is impressive enough, as it intends to produce 1,000 blockchains all running parallel to each other, and the transactions per second is expected to be about 10,000. Again, we are told the blockchain will be going live in October. Mobilecoin is next on this list. The supporters called the project a game changer, but we noticed no updates from the team for over a year. Why did it create waves? The answer is right in front of us. As a privacy coin, it promised the community to integrate with a very popular messaging tool like WhatsApp. The ticker for Mobilecoin is MBCC, and it's obviously in the cryptocurrency industry. It's backed by Binance Labs, and the project announced it is going to use Stellar's blockchain network as well. And it was an obvious choice for the speed and throughput Stellar offers. Now, this project did raise $30 million back in April of 2018, but seems to be in hibernation mode ever since then. Let's see if it resurfaces after it becomes potentially listed as a Coinbase token. Near protocol is next up. Near is a proof-of-stake public blockchain that has been sharded and is developer-friendly. With an extensive tool support and easier UX, the platform makes decentralized applications development easy, even for the non-blockchain developers. It doesn't have a ticker just yet, but its industry is the blockchain development sector, a project that intends to change the ground for non-blockchain developers in the crypto space, and it promises that with smooth developer experience in developing apps on the blockchain. But on top of that, it offers cost-effective throughput via sharding. Next up, we have Nervos, one project that came a long way during the bearish market. It comes across as a layered blockchain network that promises higher throughput for decentralized finance. Its ticker is CKB, and its industry is decentralized finance. The Nervos network promises to solve the issues that are stopping Bitcoin and Ethereum from going mainstream. That said, it has a collection of protocols and public blockchain where assets are stored in a secure and permissionless manner. At the same time, it offers a layer 2 for smart contracts. We're looking now at Oasis. One project that is on a roll is Oasis, and it impresses the community as it is developing smart contract technology for, quote, privacy preserving. This is so important because currently every node needs to execute every smart contract. That said, both privacy and speed of the blockchain are hampered. The ticker has yet to be established, but it is also in the decentralized finance industry. Using blockchain technology, the project is attempting to build a privacy-first cloud computing platform, and that is expected to accelerate the blockchain adoption, and that will help overcome the limitations in performance, security, and privacy. Orchid is up next. The still in development project Orchid targets to enable private internet browsing and eventually plans to penetrate the VPN market with more transparency, privacy, and fair pricing. The ticker for Orchid is OCT, and it's looking at the decentralized internet sector. The project has been designed in a way that the internet users get incentivized for sharing their network bandwidth. Such an ecosystem will help build a bigger network where micropayments can be made for sharing bandwidth. Orchid raised $43 million in its pre-token sale in May of this year, 2019, and now the project seems to be taking its development very seriously. Keep an eye out for them. They're soon going to be launching a mobile VPN on iOS and Android, much like the Tor, T-O-R network. The penultimate entry on this list now is Solana, where claims are very, very high. The project promises 50,000 transactions per second as a blockchain network to the users spread across 200 nodes. And that's because of technological breakthroughs. As a performant blockchain, it is expected to be the first web-scale decentralized network. Solana does not have a ticker just yet, but it is in the blockchain sector and industry. The goal of the team was always clear, as they wanted to build a decentralized, permissionless network that had performance levels of a single node. And finally, last but not least, we have Space Mesh. Using the mesh technology and a brand new proof of space-time consensus protocol, holy cow, it targets to replace POW, proof of work for good. Space Mesh does not have a ticker as of yet, but it is in the cryptocurrency industry. By leveraging its Space Mesh protocol, the project allows users to make a contribution towards network security, and that too by utilizing the unused storage space on their hard drives. Let us know your favorite project from this list. There are certainly quite a lot of them that likely you've never heard of, that likely are raising some eyebrows, some stronger than others, no doubt about it. And Deepika concludes here that it was very interesting to notice that most of the projects revolved around 3.0 web technology. So is decentralized web the next big thing? Possibly. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But just at first glance, it is the decentralized internet that seems to be making the most out of blockchain, at least in terms of new ambitions, new goals, new roadmaps for projects such as the ones we've just listed above. As always, guys, let us know your thoughts about that in the comments below. But that about wraps it up for the news today, everybody. We'll have a post-mortem on Bakkt's launch tomorrow on Tuesday, the 24th of September, and see how the market has reacted. But in the meantime, do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. If you enjoyed this examination of 17 new Coinbase projects, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications. Best of luck if you choose to invest on this Monday, but have a great start to your week, everybody. A good Monday. And as always, we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.